Hey guys, it's Wahima, but just call me Wah. Melanated! Welcome to another episode of my recap of Love After Lockup. This is season 2, episode 8. She said yes? I want to thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel for this recap. I truly appreciate those of you who have been rocking with me since the beginning of this season, and welcome to those of you who are new to my channel. Go on ahead and give this video a thumbs up. You absolutely know that you want to. You know you're gonna love it, so just preemptively hit that thumbs up. Go on ahead and subscribe to my channel so you know whenever I post a video, and hit that notification bell so you get notified when anything I do goes up. I don't know, girl. Just hit that notification bell because it's supposed to do something. What's on my lip is Mattemoiselle, and it is by Fenty Beauty. It's a brown. Alright, so this is a really good episode of Love After Lockup, and WeTV is really feeling itself. All of the commercials leading up to the episode is like, America's favorite show, America's new pastime, America's favorite trash TV, Love After Lockup, you know? Really feeling themselves. Alright, so let's get into this episode. I'm gonna pull up my notes, but first, let's stop off and speak to the good people of Instagram and let them know that a video is coming their way. Hey guys, it's Wahima. So I am getting ready to film my Love After Lockup review. You guys look out for it. It will be uploaded to YouTube tomorrow, Saturday. I don't know the date, but just check out YouTube. Just call me Wah. It will be good. So the first couple that we're going to talk about, my favorite, Clint and Tracy. So we got an update from Clint on Twitter this week, letting us know that no, he did not do crack with Tracy. And 2, that he says that there's nothing wrong with him, that he doesn't have any mental problems or he isn't delayed in any way. And so that just alleviates my spirit, which means that I can make fun of him with full force. So here's something else exciting that happened this week. It was announced that WeTV has ordered 12 more episodes of season 2 that are going to premiere this spring. So maybe we actually get to talk about Angela and Tony, because they teased Angela and Tony for so long, and this is like episode 8 and we've yet to hear from them. All right, now let's get back to Tricky Tracy and Clint. We still haven't heard from Tracy girl, and Clint is still crying. Clint is crying and cleaning up this hotel because he has to leave. She's left her clothes and she's left the ring, which makes Clint feel better because he feels like if she was really gone, she would have taken everything. What she did take was $100 out of his wallet, his rental car, his phone, and his heart. Clint is devastated. He is packing everything up in this hotel room, girl, and it is so sad. Just sniffles and snot. This idiot, you know? So he stumbles out of the hotel room with too many bags that he can't carry because you know he's hungover from the night before. In the Uber on the way to the airport, and he calls Tracy and leaves her a voicemail on his phone. My goddess, it's your husband. I know you're not gonna answer the phone because the phone is off, but I need the car. I'm gonna have to call the police. I don't want to, but I have no choice. I know you're not gonna be flying back with me. I love you. Side note, Clint, no, the reason why she's not gonna answer the phone is because it's not 1998 and you're not leaving a voicemail on a home phone where you can hear the voice coming out of the machine. I know you're not gonna answer. Who are you talking to? It's not like she can just come pick the phone up. Oh no, that's Clint. That's Clint. I should answer the phone. It doesn't happen that way, Clint. It's 2019. They don't make voicemail like that no more, honey. We didn't hear anything from Alice, but you know Alice is distraught. But Clint did get on the airplane and he got home and his dad was there and he hugged his dad. He couldn't even fully hug his dad. He just like leaned on his dad with his hand like. So in his confessional, Clint says that he doesn't blame Tracy for anything because she is an addict and she is just looking to feed her addiction, and that he doesn't think she did anything wrong by stealing that car. I mean, I know the eyes of the law are gonna see a completely different story, but Clint says that he is gonna wait for her until the end of the earth, and he's not gonna give up on her. I mean, there's something to be said about that, because if it were me, I would run for the absolute hills. Like, oof, no, not doing any of that. Girl, drama. I got things to do. I got kids. I mean, I don't, but he does. Dang. You guys.
I feel really fortunate to have
that shit
two
scared me.
mentors.
Why did it just start? I need to put it on. That scared me. The next couple that we're going to talk about is Lizzie and Scott. Okay, so we didn't have any Lizzie and Scott in the last episode because Tracy took over our entire lives and we were so happy about it. So in this episode, it starts off with Lizzie and Jasmine, and they are somewhere unpacking or packing or something like that. And Jasmine and Lizzie have a little conversation about Lizzie's future. Jasmine is really trying to pull Lizzie away from Scott. But Lizzie's like, girl, let's be real. I just got out of prison after being in there for 10 years and I have no money and I have nothing. And this man says that he's going to get me an apartment and get me a car. Jasmine is still like, I want my mom to do what she has to do on her own, but I'm going to let this be for now. And I can't wait until I can drive a wedge between them because my mom should be doing this on her own and I don't think that she should be using Scott for money. And I was like, okay, I can see down with that, but I can also see Lizzie's point of view too. Like, what else is she gonna do? If a man's offering to give her all this stuff, I mean, how else is she gonna get a leg up in life, you know? But Jasmine is still plotting, girl. She's still trying to figure out how she can get her mom out of this situation. So the next scene we have with Scott and Lizzie is Scott takes her to this farm because he says that Lizzie grew up on a farm. So he thought it'd be a really nice follow-up date to their not so great first date. And actually it's cute. It really is. Lizzie does like it. They feed the horses. They go on a walk. Lizzie tries to teach him how to skip. And girl, it's weird. But you know what? If Lizzie wants to skip with a man on a farm, that's her prerogative. She can do what she want to do. They get to a certain area and Scott gets down on one knee, girl. And it is, I mean, okay, I can't even do Scott right now. But it was really hard for him to get down on one knee. And Lizzie the whole time is like, and he's like, I love you and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. And so I bought you this ring and will you marry me? And Lizzie's like, God, this is crazy. Get up off your knees. I've only been out of prison for 2 days. You know that I'm like a commitment phobe and like I'm scared of marriage and I've been proposed to before and I've said no. I mean, we have to talk about this. I love you, but okay, I guess. And then later on, she says, I've been proposed to 14 times and this is the first time I've said yes. I bet you Lizzie is regretting every other time she said no, because this is the only time she said yes, and it's to this person who's on his knees like, 14 times. By the same person? Were they 14 different men? Were they all men in which she had some kind of transaction with? Like, what was the circumstances each time? I want to know. And he accepts her proposal. He accepts her yes, that yes. If somebody were to say, okay, I guess, I would be, that's not good enough. That ring was the last thing that he purchased when he had money, and it's the most expensive ring because he does not have money to pay for it now. Did he finance it? God, Scott. Whew. Lizzie knows it's wrong and Scott knows it's wrong and there's no turning back. Guys, go ahead and like this video. I know you love that reenactment. Give us a like. All right, so the next couple that we're gonna move on to is Kaitlyn and Matt. Cheers to freeness. Or as some people say, freedom. So this segment with Kate and Matt picks up from where it left off last episode and them in the Uber going back to wherever it is they live. It turns out that Matt is gonna go hang out with the boys. And Kaitlyn's okay with it because she's like, you need some boy time. And he's like, yeah, I need some more time. They get to wherever it is that he's hanging out with his friends, some bar, and he gets out and he comes in there and he meets with his friends, Sean and some other idiot. And they have a really good time. They don't understand why any woman would want to be with their tweaker head felon ass friend. So they are really skeptical of Kaitlyn. So Matt's in the bar and he starts to play pool and they're like, so your girl's not here, so what's up, bro? And he's like, yeah, I'm down. They get him beers, they do shots, and the party gets started. Matt says that he don't drink alcohol for the taste, so he's trying to get messed up and he's trying to go hard. He didn't go to jail for anything having to do with alcohol so he can drink and it's all good. So one of his friends starts off by saying, hey Matt, so are you gonna get a job? Like, what are you doing? And Matt's like, yeah, you know, thinking about it. And his friend's like, are you starting to do anything? And he's like, no, not really. Yeah, you got a job? And the friend's like, yeah, I got a job. I work. And Matt's like, but really, when have I ever wanted a job? When have I ever looked for a job? His friend has a confessional where he's like, yeah, Matt was a marvelous kid. A marvelous kid. Every time I try to say it, I just start to laugh. Matt was a marvelous kid. He was a stellar athlete. Whenever he was on the field, he commanded it. And then they moved out together right after high school, and Matt started with his, quote, little fucking tweaker trap thing. his fucking tweaker trap thing. And I was just like, oh bro, I'm out. That's not my thing. I'm out. So his friends who he claims are like his brothers are low-key like, yeah, I mean, we cool with Matt, but he's trash. Like, he's absolute garbage. Like, we cool with him. He cool. That's the homie from back in the day. But he became a tweaker and like, you know, what are you gonna do? He's cool though. But like, he not coming to my house. And so Sam ends up asking him like, so what's your angle with this girl? Like, is she rich? Like, what are you trying to get out of her? And Matt's like, nah, I mean, she's cool. She's the girl. She held it down while I was in prison. And Matt tells them that this is the first time he's come out of prison and not been on meth immediately. And they're just like, what, 2 weeks? And he's like, yeah, very seriously. And they're just like, you idiot. They are literally laughing at Matt. And then they're trying to like, you know, pep him up because he's like, oh, you know, Kaitlyn wants me to do this. And one of them is like, nah, bro, but what do you want to do? And Matt's like, I mean, I don't know. And his friend is like, no, but what do you want to do? And he's like, I really don't know. And the friend's like, oh. Okay. But it's cool, bro. Let's play another round, you know? So Matt talks about the outlaw lifestyle and how he never really planned on getting a job or flying straight, that he just always was going to be somebody who was going to be an outlaw. Like, he loves the lifestyle. It's just so interesting to meet somebody who is like, yo, I never planned on being a productive member of society. Like, never. I was always gonna be on the fringe. I was never gonna amount to shit. Like, I ain't never wanted to get a job a day in my life. My daddy, though, he had a business. You know, he ran that business for like 25 years, and I know how to do it, like, I guess a little bit of it, but I don't really want to do it. That's not my thing. My thing is meth, and that's what I'm good at. You know what I'm saying? I always thrive in whatever environment I'm in. Shoplifting, human trafficking, running up in people's house, home invasion. I'm really good at home invasion. I'll do whatever. I'm an outlaw. And we're just like, oh my God. Poor Kaitlyn. The next morning, I don't know what Matt's mama's name is, but she's pissed. And she's pissed at Kaitlyn because Kaitlyn let Matt go out. And Kaitlyn's like, I can't prevent him from doing something. If I try to hold him too tight, it is going to definitely push him towards the drugs. And the mom is like, listen, I'm not dealing with this. How long are y'all going to be here? And Kaitlyn's like, we're gonna leave as soon as possible. And she's like, when is that? She's like, look, he's not my responsibility anymore. I don't want to go through this anymore. He's your responsibility. You're his girlfriend, fiance. You're his fiance. I can't have this in my house anymore. I can't have this chaos. I can't be worried. I can't be stressed out. Again, you are gonna need to do something. You're taking my place as his girlfriend, fiance. Okay, yeah, whatever. I'm sorry. I need to get it into my head. I'm sorry. Great. You know what, this bitch? We barely know her. She barely knows us. They barely know each other. And she wants me to call him a fiance? Okay, since you guys are each other's fiancés, you two are responsible for each other. So what are you going to do to stop him from falling into old patterns? And Kaitlyn's like, I really don't know. I have no idea. I just know that, you know, tightening the reins is not going to work, and we're going to work on it. It's going to be okay. She told Kaitlyn that Kaitlyn's going to have to clean up after her man because it is not her job anymore since she wanted to step in. And then I was just like, is Mom's a little jealous of Kaitlyn? I don't think she is. I wouldn't be. I'd be like, good, take him and leave. Like, I wish that Matt would just come clean with his mother and tell her that he has no desire to be anything that she can ever be proud of. And then she could just let his ass go and go on with her life. Alright, you guys, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you should do so right now because you know you want to. The next couple that we're going to talk about is the throuple, Meghan, not Markel, Michael, and Sarah. Okay. So we pick up this episode. It's been a couple of hours since Michael left Sarah. Sarah has got with her best Judy Emmy, I think that's her name, and they went to get drinks. And while they're getting drinks, they're talking about the future, and Emmy's trying to knock some sense into Sarah. But Sarah is like, no, my husband is good. We just needed a little time, a little break from each other. He'll be fine. P.S. I might be pregnant. And Emmy's like, what? That is not a good idea. Why would you do that to yourself? She's like, well, I don't know 100%. It might be, though. It's only been 2 weeks, but it could be. And I'm just like, Michael is so Durst McGurts. I mean, we already know he is. I can't say it again, but like, did he have unprotected sex with Sarah? Yeah, he's trying to do something with Meghan. Talking about Meghan, his best friend. He can't wait to get around Meghan because he's only talked to her twice in the last 2 weeks. And I know Meghan was livid. I know she slept with that phone next to her face waiting for that phone call. Amy's trying to talk some sense into Sarah. Sarah then does the confessionals and she's like, well, I know that me and my husband are going to work out. Now all of a sudden it's me and her husband. I'm like, girl, you are delusional. Just a delusional. But girl, it's been 6 years and she did what she had to do for those 6 years. She misses the person who used to call her from prison. It's crazy that in her mind, she's like, look, our relationship worked the best when he was in prison. That's got to tell you something. Meanwhile, Michael is at the hotel with some flowers, waiting to see Meghan. He gets there, he walks in. Homegirl is in a negligee and some heels. Ready. She is taking her sex lessons seriously. She is ready for everything. She says that she is in competition with everybody else that Michael has slept with, you know, that she wants to be the best. It doesn't matter that she's a virgin because that has nothing to do with her sensuality or her sexuality because she is not afraid of it. She is just ready to get it on. And before Michael gets there, she looks in the mirror and she's like, ooh, she fine, girl. You fine. You about to get you some. Michael says that he likes Meghan because she's going to elevate him. That she makes him want to do better. And I was just like, you know what? She is going to elevate you because she's from a different lifestyle. She's from a different family structure than you are. And I think he's like interested in that in a way, maybe because he's never dated a girl like that. And when Michael's looking at the camera and doing a confessional, he's like, I know everything is going to be okay with me and Meghan because a virgin's going to be scared, but I know I'm going to take my time. And when I tell Meghan that I'm married to Sarah, I know she's going to be mad, but I know that when I tell her why, that she's going to understand and know that I'm not lying. I can only assume that he means that she's going to know that he's not lying when he says that he prefers her over Sarah. He says that also another reason why he knows the sex is going to be good with Meghan is because him and Meghan are close mentally. You know, they have a mental connection. They have a bond. It's like telepathy. They're in each other's minds, you know. That's his soulmate. And it's going to be good regardless. And I guess it is. So they have that, you know, scene where they kick the camera crew out and then we can still hear them because they still have their mics on. And I just don't have anything to say about it. He's trash, you know, Meghan is gullible and Sarah's a fool, you know. Okay, so the last couple that we're going to talk about is Marcelino and Brittany. So this segment was heartwarming and it was sad and it was like confusing all at the same time. So we first start off with them getting ready to go and see Giovanni, and Brittany is very, very nervous and she says to Marcelino, please don't do anything to antagonize Tito. Oh, and Tito girl, whew. We'll get to Tito when the time is right. She says, don't do anything to antagonize my ex because I don't want him to hold my son against me in any way. I want everything to go smooth. And Marcelino's like, oh, no, I'm going to be cordial. But what does he say? Something stupid that I just want to punch him in the face for. No, I'm going to be civil, but I'm not going to take any disrespect. And then I thought, then you need to stay your ass home because you don't know what Tito's going to do and you don't need to make this situation any worse for Brittany. It's like he just went in there with negative intentions and I don't know why. So they get into the car. She has a little conversation with Tito and everything's cool. They're on their way there. They get there. They're really nervous. The door opens and Giovanni is the light of my life. He runs to his mommy and hugs her. And I had all of the emotions and all of the tears, girl. I was in the kitchen whipping up something and I was like, girl. I was so happy that he knew who she was. Brittany left him when he was 1 year old. I don't even know how he knows who she is. So the people in his life did a really good job of keeping Brittany alive in his mind, because when you're one, that's not like one is a baby. I think Tito must have had him for the first year that she was in prison, and then her parents came from wherever it is that they are. Alaska? Girl, I had no idea. You know, we don't talk about Brittany's parents. I thought they were in jail or something, like, you know, because they're like alcoholics and she ran away at 12. I don't know where I thought they were, but I didn't think they were like fit enough to come and take her son. So they came from Alaska, took the son from Tito. So the last year of her being in prison, she didn't see Giovanni. But he was so cute and looks just like her and was just ready for his mom. Tito and his wife or his girlfriend were really accommodating and hospitable, and girl, Marcelino was hostile. And even Tito said it, like there was no reason for his hostility. So they were in the backyard and they got leis on. So I know like it was like a Hawaiian theme. They like did a thing for Brittany getting out of prison and coming to see her son for the first time. Like Marcelino and Brittany are sitting there in leis, and so is Tito and his wife. And they're just kind of talking about like how it is that she's out. Tito's wife seems really nice and accommodating. At some point, little Giovanni runs over and he's like, "Mom, are you okay? Are you okay, Mom?" And like his stepmom is like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And he's like, "No, not you, my other mom." And she's like, "Oh, I'm okay, baby." And I was just like, that is so sweet. I mean, it's just so sweet. It's so sweet, you guys. Like, you guys have no idea. It just warmed my heart so much that he remembered her and that she got the reception that she really wanted. So they talk about being stepdads, and Tito makes it very clear that he's okay with Marcelino being a stepdad and that he was raised by his stepdad. It doesn't matter, stepmom, real mom, stepdads, you know, real dad, as long as it's love and as long as their number one priority is taking care of Giovanni, then everything should be good. I personally feel that Marcelino is not going to be a good stepdad. I think that he's going to be mean, because he's mean now. Like, he doesn't have any emotion. He's rude. Like, he doesn't know how to, like, connect with people. And I think that Giovanni's going to be better with his own father. Because, honestly, if his own father's like that, which he doesn't seem to be, because he was trying to, like, show him how to shake hands. He was like, "Oh, yeah, baby." Like, Tito still calls Giovanni baby. So I'm just like, this is such a sweet thing. And I just don't want Marcelino to be this asshole. Because, you know, Tito is not going to take any of that, girl. And I can't wait. I just want to see a scene where Tito just pops like, "Ooh, girl." I know that Marcelino is a Marine, but Tito spent 11 years in the pen for cooking meth. And I don't know if that's his house or that's his girl's house, but Tito came out on top. Like, he came out of prison and is living his life. Like, it didn't even happen. So, I mean, Tito might not want to go back to jail, but like, you mess with Giovanni, it looks like you gonna mess with Tito. Tito big too. He's like strapping. Chris, Tito is strapping. Great. Now that we've got that out of the way, girl, I was just like, okay, Tito, okay, okay, you know what I'm saying? You can fell on me, you feel me? So before Brittany leaves, Giovanni starts to cry. And it's a really sweet moment. She has to run out of the house, and it's just so heartbreaking. But the next scene we see is that Rubio, what's his name? Marcelino? I'm like Amanda. I can't remember his name at all. So they go ring shopping, and they have a cute little segment with the jeweler. And, you know, it's not worth mentioning, but worth mentioning. The next scene we have is Brittany and her best Judies, Amanda and Sasha, and they go wedding dress shopping. And that is really hard to watch because Brittany a jerk for the way she treated Amanda. She dipping into Michael territory, you feel me? Because she is not sensitive to the fact that Amanda is still in love with her, and Amanda doesn't even believe that Marcelino is a real thing, you know? And then the saleswomen, who by the way are sassy and my favorite saleswomen to ever be on 90 Day Fiancé or Love After Lockup, girl, these are what wedding salespeople should be every time. They just brought me so much joy to my spirit, and I appreciated them for their hard work and their dedication to making this show interesting. They did not care at all about her being in prison. Like, she said it was awkward, and the saleswoman was like, "Girl, I've heard of everything, who cares? Like, let's get these dresses on, this is the girl, okay." And Sasha's there like, "Oh, boink Bunky, it's so cute. Everything is so cute. And Amanda's there freaking out. But it is pointed out by the salesperson that Brittany has a tattoo that says Marcelino. And I'm like, girl, Brittany, you already tattooing him? What did he do for you that he deserves a tattoo? Does Amanda have a tattoo? Because that's what Amanda's thinking, and I'm thinking the same thing. So Amanda's on this trip and she don't want to be there, and she's in a cute dress, you know. I also like Bunky style too. So, you know, I was feeling this lady's time out. They got some champagne, they tried on some dresses. Brittany looked beautiful. And Amanda ended up trying on a dress too because she was like, I wanted Brittany to see what it would look like or what it could like if her and I both got married. And I was just like, girl, you got it bad. When you're on the phone, hang up, and she got it Usher bad, you know? Amanda is like, I can't even remember this man's name. Who? Marcelo? Who was his name? Brittany says that she felt bad when she saw Amanda in a dress. And Sasha was like, I don't know that Amanda's really like believing this whole Marcelino thing. And I'm just like, damn. And Brittany still hasn't talked to Marcelino about it at all. Brittany girl. I feel like she must think that she owes Marcelino a lot because he's done a lot for her, and that her life would be better if she were to be with Marcelino. Like, you could still have love for somebody, but know that the right thing for your life and the right thing for your child is to be with Marcelino, even though I think Marcelino is a jerk. So that is the end of this episode, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you loved what you just saw, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode. Let's have a kiki and a conversation down in the comment section. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye.